to the Minister for Agriculture. Will the Minister inform the House how this government is delivering on its election commitments through a plan to boost the competitiveness of Australian agriculture?
I call the Honourable the Minister for Agriculture.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and I'd like to thank the member for Forrest. The member for Forrest, who, as a dairy farmer, would probably want to know more about the future of agriculture as designed by this green paper than most others. The member for Forrest, who was married and went straight back to the farm. It was like, I love you too. Let's hold hands and go get the cows in and milk them. So, so it's also the member for Forrest, whose children, Kim and Kylie. I think Kim is still on the land. So Kim is still on the land.
Silence, thank you.
So it's extremely important that we understand that the future of agriculture has got to have a deliberative path. I'm happy with the fact that the Australian people, Madam Speaker, we had received over 680 submissions for this green paper. It's a formative document, and it goes to the essence of what being on the land is about. It's about getting a fair return at the farm gate. It's about making sure that the overwhelming work that is done by the farmer, that more of it actually gets back to the farmer, because we know if they don't make the money, they're not actually going to invest in their farm. We'd be aware that in 1900, Madam Speaker, the farmer got about 85% of the final retail price of their produce. By 1950, it was down to about 50%. Today, it's about between 10 and 15%. And these are for the people who actually do the work. And what we have to do, well, you might think they do the work, but have you actually been on a farm? So what we have to make sure is that we give the capacity, outline the capacity for a greater return to come back. Now, in some instances, this might be by reaching further down the production chain and by the utilisation of cooperatives. In some instances, it requires infrastructure of government. I'd like to thank the Deputy Prime Minister for the marvellous work he's done, the $300 million that you put on the table for the Inland Rail. I'd also like to state that we've already started on our dams process, where another $15.9 million went on the table for the GAPSI scheme, that we've actually started Chaffey Dam, that we've actually started Nimminable, that we've actually started the Menindee storage lakes, that we're actually building dams and going to build more, that we've actually opened up markets to Bahrain, that we've actually opened up markets to Cambodia, that after 4 decades we've opened up markets to Iran, that we've actually opened up markets to Egypt, but we've got more to do. And this is a document which I ask the Australian people to go over and to also make sure that they're part of as we head towards a white paper. We know that the white paper becomes policy, and that becomes the future of our nation, and that's how the member for Forrest and for Kim and for Kylie, how they get a future on the land.